Colossus is a fictional character who appears in Marvel Comics. He debuted in Giant Size X-Men #1, May 1975, created by writer Len Wein and artist Dave Cockrum. And now, this giant might be getting a movie of his own. He is an X-Men member who is a Russian mutant. Colossus has the ability to transform into metallic form, making him the physically strongest member of the team. He is shown to be quiet, honest, and virtuous. Since his debut, he has consistently appeared in X-Men-related comic books. He reluctantly agrees to use his powers in combat, believing it is his responsibility to use his abilities for the betterment of both humans and mutants. Colossus was ranked 184th among the top 200 comic book characters of all time by Wizard. Colossus was ranked 10th on IGN's list of the top 25 X-Men in 2006. Colossus was ranked number 22 in Comic Alliance's list of the 50 sexiest male characters in comics in 2013. In the film, Donald McKinnon appeared briefly as Colossus in X-Men before being replaced by Daniel Cudmore in X2 X-Men The Last Stand and X-Men Days of Future Past, while Stefan Kapičić voices a different version of Colossus in Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe film Deadpool 3. Colossus has appeared in a number of adaptations, including animated TV shows, video games, and comic books. As previously stated, he has appeared in the X-Men film series and the Deadpool films played by a variety of actors. X2, Colossus made his feature film debut in X2. In the film, Daniel Cudmore played him. Colossus makes a brief appearance in this film as a student at Xavier's Institution for Gifted Children who assists in the defense of the institution. X-Men The Last Stand. In the third installment of the X-Men film series, Daniel Cudmore reprised his role as Colossus. X-Men Days of Future Past. Daniel Cudmore plays Colossus in this film. Despite his minor role, he adds to the dystopian future narrative by fighting alongside the last X-Men against the Sentinels. Deadpool. Stefan Kapičić's Colossus plays an important role in this film. He mentors Deadpool and tries to entice him to join the X-Men. Colossus plays an important role in guiding Deadpool toward heroism and X-Men principles. Stefan Kapičić reprises his role as Colossus in Deadpool 2. He is still a significant character, and he is instrumental in assisting Deadpool and the formation of X-Force, a team of mutant heroes. Colossus demonstrates his strength and endurance in numerous action scenes. Avengers Secret Wars appears to be assembling one of the most incredible MCU casts in comic book film history, and the original man behind Colossus in Fox's X-Men films has just addressed his chances of joining the fray. X-Men set to join the MCU in Avengers 6. The anticipation for the MCU iteration of the X-Men has been heightened by an update that lends credence to the Avengers The Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars theories. The excitement surrounding the arrival of the newest iteration of the X-Men has reached a fever pitch, prompting Jennifer Walters to ask Kevin when they are due as a favor to the fans in She-Hulk. Unfortunately, no straight answer was given, but a recent development in the real world has provided a pretty big hint instead. Now that the Writers Guild of America strikes have ended, it's back to work on the MCU X-Men movie, as confirmed by Marvel's recent call for writer pitches for its anticipated X-Men movie. The decision on who will write the film will then be made at the beginning of 2024, which gives a hint as to when the X-Men as individuals will begin to appear. It will most likely appear in the next 2 Avengers films. With development in its early stages, the MCU's X-Men film is almost certain to be a Phase 7 release. Every upcoming Marvel film release has included many anticipated MCU introductions, such as Blade and the Fantastic Four, implying that the X-Men can postpone their big debut for another phase. This is good for building excitement for their arrival, but it doesn't mean that none of the MCU's X-Men will appear in other capacities before then. That would be absurd. Deadpool 3 appears to be set to have fun with a cast of Fox's X-Men, but it will most likely be used to end the franchise before moving on with a new cast. With Spider-Man and Black Panther being introduced ahead of their own solo outings, the X-Men are still very likely to be introduced ahead of theirs. This would be a wise move in Avengers Secret Wars, where it would be more appropriate. Colossus, played by a renowned actor chosen for his embodiment of the character's physicality and emotional depth, is expected to play an important role in the unfolding story. The commitment of Marvel Studios to investigating the origins and complexities of Colossus suggests a deeper dive into the character's psyche, providing audiences with a new perspective on this iconic mutant. As Colossus enters the MCU, fans can expect a massive adventure that not only pays homage to the character's comic book legacy, but also forges new ground within the vast Marvel Cinematic Universe. Vanessa and Colossus are making a comeback in the Deadpool film series. According to Deadline, Morena Baccarin and Stefan Kapičić will reprise their roles in the upcoming sequel, Deadpool 3. Vanessa was Wade Wilson's fiancée in the first Deadpool film. When Wade was diagnosed with terminal cancer and subjected to an experiment that transformed him into Deadpool, everything changed for the couple. Wade's grief over Vanessa's death at the start of Deadpool 2 was a major plot point, though he was able to bring her back in the end. Baccarin has also appeared in the DC universe in addition to Marvel. She portrayed Leslie Tompkins in Fox's Batman prequel Gotham and Gideon in the CW's The Flash. In both Deadpool films, Kapičić portrayed the X-Men character Colossus. Colossus in the film wants Deadpool to join the X-Men and become a hero. He advises Wade to stop killing people and strive to be better than his adversaries. Colossus joins Wade in defeating the film's main villain at the end of both films. Daniel Cudmore played Colossus in the previous Fox-era X-Men films. Colossus will not be the only X-Men character in the film. Hugh Jackman will return as Wolverine Logan. Jackman and Reynolds previously appeared in X-Men Origins Wolverine in 2009. Archived footage of Jackman from the film was also used in Deadpool 2's post-credit scene. Jackman had previously retired from the role following 2017's Logan before returning for Deadpool 3. Karen Sony as Dopinder is another familiar Deadpool face, returning for the third installment. In the first film, Dopinder was the taxi driver who drove Deadpool to his fight against the villain Ajax. By hitting the evil headmaster at the Essex home for mutant rehabilitation with his taxi, he also assisted Deadpool in defeating him. Leslie Uggams will also reprise his role as Blind Al. Blind Al was Wade's roommate in the first film, and he also advised him on whether he should see Vanessa again after the experiment that turned him into Deadpool. According to rumors, Marvel appears to be dead set on bringing back as many stars from previous Marvel films as possible in order to make Avengers 6 the greatest comic book movie ever made. Well, that's it for today. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you at the next one.